What up, YouTubers? Kurt here. Today, we're going to take a look at part 1 of this effect monster review of every banned monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so obviously the list is pretty big, but we're going to start in alphabetical order here. Alright, and a lot of these cards are pretty ridiculous, but we'll try to move quickly because, let's see, this one we're going up until Max C. Up to, not including Max C. We're going to talk about why it's banned and how good the monster would be in today's meta. Yeah, basically, that's the summary. All right, we'll start with Astrograph. All right, Astrograph. So basically, let's see. We'll take a look at the effects during your main phase. You can also, FYI, I haven't played with all of these cards. I got back in the game this past year, but I know a lot of them would be broken. So with that in mind, I haven't lived through every era here. So now we will start. Okay, during your main phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, take one Stargazer Magician from your hand deck. Blah 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 blah. So that's who cares. Monster effect. If a card is controlled destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card from your hand, then choose one monster in the graveyard. Banished and destroy. Add one monster with the same name for your deck to your hand. You can banish this card you control. Plus, all right. Blah blah blah. Wow. All right, so some cards are just so freaking complex. They probably should be banned just so your opponent isn't forced to read all this garbage. I don't think in research they always think it through that much. But yeah, that does sound like there could be some insane combos that come from that. Even when this card first came out, there was probably some crazy combos that came with this. And it would probably be ridiculous in today's meta. I would like to see some decks that actually took full advantage of that, because that sounds like it could get pretty crazy. Other than that, I wouldn't know what kind of board it would end on, but pendulums obviously can be a little ridiculous when given the right fodder. Okay, Blackwing Gofu. Cannot be normal summon set. Must first be special summoned from your hand while you control no monsters. Pretty easy. When this card is special summoned from the hand, you can special summon 2 Vague Shadow tokens. All right. Any card basically you see that has a token summoning effect, that has more than one token summoning effect, that would pretty much be considered broken, because that's anytime you have so many tokens that you can use for link summoning, that's the thing. Link summoning broke so many monster mechanics, and that's why anything that special summon itself and then put tokens on the board will probably get hit. So yeah, this could be splashed in pretty much any deck and be used to link spam, and you could pretty much get Skuldred off. Yeah, anybody could get Skuldred off with this, and that card is alone needs banned. Skuldred needs banned. So understandably, this would be a huge enabler in today's game and should not come back. Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos. This card is your hand or graveyard. You can banish a total of 2 fire and or dragon type monsters from your hand or graveyard, except this card special summon this card during your opponent's end phase. If this card is special summoned, return it to the hand. You can discard 1. So 2 effects, and these are really good effects. The thing is, could you imagine? This sounds like it could be spammed in Salamangreat. This would actually be really good Salamangreat, or the degenerate Guard Dragon decks that pretty much stack up their board turn 1. There's already enough monsters that summon themselves from the graveyard to set up degenerate boards, and this is one we do not need. There are a couple we should probably ban. I'm actually a fan of banning Amorphage Goliath at this point, because so many boards seem to end on that right now. And yeah, Goliath is basically the super version of Scythe that's much easier to get on your board. But yeah, this would be an enabler. It should not come back. It would be insanely good. Dandelion, this is when this card is sent to the graveyard. Special summon 2 fluff tokens. Something that might be attributed. All right, so this could be sent from hand or sent from grave, and you get 2 free tokens. Obviously, that would be super, super overpowered in today's game. Be insanely, insanely good. All right, Jin. All right, when you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. If a player ritual summons using this card, the other player cannot special summon while that ritual summon monster is face up on the field. All right, if you wanted to see ritual monsters become tier 0 overnight, you would get this off the ban list, because yeah, that would fuck over basically every deck in the meta. All right, Double Iris Magician. Once per turn, you can target 1 dark spell to caster type monster you control, apply its effect to it, then destroy this card. Once applied, double any damage the monster inflicts to your opponent. this turn if it battles an opponent's monster. Monster effect. This card is always treated as pending on the card. If this card is destroyed by battle, a card effect, you add one pendulograph card from your deck to your hand. All right, I could see some degenerate OTK strategies that developed out of this, but I don't know. Maybe there's some maybe this could come back at first glance, but maybe there's just some. Well, it is Magician, so it could be played in Magician. So OTK definitely can be too powerful. So it gets a search, perhaps with the combination of the search and what it can just do to a ridiculously high attack monster. Maybe that alone is enough to make the Magician deck just really super OP. But I didn't live through that era. But obviously we still see a lot of Magician OP or Magician decks. So yeah, maybe it could exist. I would need someone's opinion on that. Feel free to comment about this one. All right, so now we're on to Fiber Jar. Flip, both players unite all their respective cards on the field and in their hands and in the graveyards with their respective decks and shuffle them. Then both players draw 5 cards from the shuffled decks. I don't know about how actually powered this. Let me see. Specific words, but unite all their respective cards. So the thing is, this would be actually hard to negate sometimes. It's something that... So it doesn't target any cards. So basically, in a lot of situations, unless your opponent can negate it, this would result in a complete board wipe. And unless there are cards that are banished, yeah, I don't think it's that powerful of a card. Obviously, flip effects are just really not great anymore. But the thing is, this could potentially waste so much time in a tournament setting. I don't think this card would ever come back. And that's probably why they banned it to begin with. Just getting a complete reset. Also, there could be... I'm trying to think of a scenario. It's probably just really, really a pain in the ass for a tournament setting, and that's why they have it banned. Otherwise, yeah, it has a really powerful effect, but it's a flip. Flip's hard to... I guess you could theoretically make a match go on forever with Fiber Jar, and that's partially, yeah, I can see a lot of degenerate play there. Moving on. Fishborg Blastbear. If you control a face-up level 3 or lower water monster, you can discard 1 card, special summon this card from your graveyard. If this card is used as synchro material for a monster, all other synchro materials monsters must all be water. All right, this seems like one of the only ones on here that could come back. All the way back in Turbo Pack Booster 6. Let's see, face up level 3, lower water monster. I'm trying to think, special summon this card. Maybe there once was, maybe this was like popular in Mermail or something like that. I don't know what else it would be popular in. Yeah, it's a tuner. So maybe there's just some synchro monster that's just crazy powerful that abuses this, and I'm not aware of it. But this seems like it's one that could come back and give some water decks actually some showcasing ability. So I like that one. Grinder Golem, infamous. Let's see, description. Basically, yeah, it gets the tokens. We're in a state where giving yourself free tokens turn 1 is not ideal at all. So yeah, obviously really good. It was banned for a reason. Even when it was limited for a while, Konami is just like, yeah, we're tired of this. Level Eater. This card's in the graveyard. You can activate its effect by selecting 1 face-up level 5 or higher monster you control. Reduce that monster's level by 1. Special summon this card from the graveyard. This card cannot be tributed except for tribute summon. I could see this being broken, yeah. Lowering levels, there's probably a lot of insane XCs you could do out of this, and this isn't a once per turn, so you could probably just keep... Yeah, you could keep on resummoning with Level Eater, and that is why, yeah, this probably can't ever come back ever. Sorry, Level Eater. Too good. Magical Scientist. Pay 1,000 life to special summon one level 6 or lower fusion monster from your fusion deck in face-up attack position. The fusion monster cannot attack your opponent's life points directly and is returned to your fusion deck at the end of the turn. Alright, so with this card and the last card, these cards could be reasonable if they had once per turn clauses. That's something that Konami seems to forget on a lot of their cards. Once per turn clauses. That's what you need to make a game that's balanced. All right, but yeah, Magical Scientist, I forget how old it is, but yeah, way too good because this can just activate over and over and over again. If it got errated, it could probably come back. And we only have 3 more. All right, during either player's turn, we got Magispector. During either turn, you can target one penny to monster in your monster zone. One monster and your opponent controls, return them to the hand. You can only use the effect of Magispector Unicorn once per turn, cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. All right, you could when one monster your opponent controls. Pendulum monster in your monster zone. Yeah, returning nowadays, sometimes returning is more powerful than destruction, and that can be a problem. I can see a lot of decks recycling this effect and basically getting board wipe. Oh wait, you can only use the effect of Magispector once per turn. Maybe if you had once per turn, cannot be targeted or destroyed by. That makes it kind of beefy there. That last effect cannot be targeted or destroyed. Can be banished. Yeah, maybe this card can come back. Let me know what you guys' opinions are on that one, because I'm not sure there. But that's an interesting one. All right, Mikyura. I'll say it that way. That's probably wrong. But anyway, during the turn this card is sent to the graveyard, the owner of this card can activate trap cards from her hand. Yeah, I could see I could see this being really ridiculous. I'm trying to think of all the traps that could just be insane if this was bad. Now, obviously, if you activate it, if you send this on your opponent's turn, not that bad. But let's see, what could you break if you use this on your turn? See, you could use Reckless Greed like 3 times on your first turn. That'd be pretty crazy. You could probably combine that with a lot of stuff. Yeah, this would work really well in the Frog decks, but yeah, this is all the way in Dark Beginning 1. So yeah, I could see some really degenerate plays coming out of this one, just because there's some traps that get such good effects, and if you activate them on your turn, whoo, boy, that would not look good. All right, one more for this video. Part 2 coming hopefully tomorrow. I might have time tomorrow. All right. Master P is Infamous. To tribute summon this card face up, you can tribute continuous spell trap cards you control as well as monsters, unaffected by the effects of cards with the same card type as the original card type of the cards tributed for is tribute summon. All right, so it looks like you can summon, you can summon this off of 2 tributes and then get 2 out of 3 to be unaffected. Wow. I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When this was a thing. You can banish 1 continuous from graveyard, then target 1. Yeah, I don't. True Draco is already really freaking annoying, and it's really freaking annoying to the point where this probably should not come back, basically ever. Having this insane beat stick here being unaffected. Now, unaffected is such a powerful term. If you want to banish it, can't do it. You basically can't do anything with the card. You can't negate its effects. Unaffected is just almost too powerful of an effect anymore. And it's so powerful that almost the only cards they basically put it on, they put it on an Exodia card, because Exodia is just such a bad archetype right now, and it will still lose games, and that's why the too insane. This hopefully we'll never see this ever again ever. All right, so that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back with more.